How do you feel about college athletes being paid?
I feel like in certain sports and certain situations they should be paid.
Okay, and so you're an athlete on a scholarship, so how do you motivate yourself to go to practice knowing that you're not getting anything out of it?
I mean, a scholarship in itself is paying for your education, so I feel like in those regards, I'm receiving motivation, and in general, just playing the sport that I love motivates me. So.
Okay, so now if college athletes did start getting paid, with that money, do you think it should be saved as a trust fund, or should they be able to use it right away at school?
I feel like it should be able to be used right away. The trust fund, it's not like actually paying them. It's more fun and different.
How do you feel about college athletes getting paid?
Personally, about college athletes getting paid, I don't see why. I think you shouldn't be getting paid to play sports in college. It takes the fun out of it, takes all of the enthusiasm out of it, and if you're getting paid to play the sport, you might as well be doing it professionally and not just in school.
So if they're on a scholarship, the scholarship covers the expenses of college such as tuition and room and board, but what about things such as laundry, late night snacks, and student fees?
Well, late night snacks is at the discretion of the player because some people snack more than others. So if they're giving me $200 for my snack, I'm gonna buy a lot of fruit snacks with that type of money. And I don't know if I'm really gonna be using my money towards my board or whatever. But scholarships should just cover the tuition, room and board, and things of such forth. And going outside of that spectrum really is more of a benefit to those athletes compared to the students who are there for academic scholarships and don't really get that opportunity.
So with, like, say you're a football player and they're selling your jersey in stores and stuff and they're making money off of it and you're not getting anything, how would you feel?
I feel like I am getting something out of it because I would get my name out and people buy my jersey. I'm probably going to get paid to do something else regardless of the fact, or I'm going to move on to the next level. So, yeah, they should just be blessed to be at that level in their athletic capability and in their career, and that's how I feel about it.
How do you feel about college athletes getting paid?
I feel like it would be too hard to do it because some schools, like the top, for example, for basketball schools like Kentucky and North Carolina, like those schools, they bring in like a lot more money than smaller schools. So I feel like the smaller schools get like pushed to the side, and yeah, I feel like it would just be too hard.
So when talking about college football and basketball, there's like they bring in a lot of money. What do you think? How do you think the athletes can benefit from that besides just playing?
I feel like if they were to pay the basketball and football players, other sports would feel left out. And I mean, they don't make as much money, and they know they don't make as much money as basketball and football. But at the same time, it's hard to pay certain people and not pay other people.
Okay, so how do you motivate yourself to go to practice and playing games every week knowing you're sacrificing your career only for a scholarship?
I feel like the scholarship is worth it.
Okay. How do you feel about college athletes getting paid?
I feel that there are certain aspects that they contribute to, such as fan attendance or merchandise, that they should be able to get some kind of interest from that.
Okay, so going to college on a scholarship, how do you motivate yourself to get to practice and playing games every week, knowing that you're risking your career for possible injuries? So how do you motivate yourself to get out there knowing you're only playing for a scholarship?
It's what you do for the sport. I mean, it's not for the money, it's about playing the sport you love and being able to do it every day at a collegiate level. So
Okay, so if they were to start paying college athletes, do you think they should be able to use the money right away, or should it be used as a trust fund?
Trust fund, that would make more sense, and it would do more to the fact to where it takes away from the college person actually getting paid, because that might be a risky topic. But if it's something where it advances to a trust fund, I think that would work in our favor.
How do you feel about college athletes getting paid?
Man, that'd be pretty dope if a college athlete would get paid. Because not only do you go to school for schooling, for baseball or football or basketball, etc., and you're getting paid, it's just like the pros. Like, you're getting ready for that. Like, that's your dream, to get paid. If you're getting paid to play, then that's pretty dope.
Okay, knowing that you're only going to school on a scholarship, how do you motivate yourself to go to practice every day and playing games, knowing that you're risking your career of possible injuries only for a scholarship?
Practice makes it better. No matter what you do in practice, it's going to come out in the game. And then you're always on the grind. You never give up on anything.
Okay, and so if they were to start paying college athletes, do you think they should be able to get it right away, or should it be used as a trust fund before, so like when they graduate they can have that money as a first step?
I think you can't be able to use the money at first. It should go into a fund, like for yourself after you're done with college, because then you have something to use with to start your new life that you have after college, because you have debts. You want to start a new life, you want to get a new job. So,
How do you feel about college athletes getting paid?
I support it, because personally, being a scholar athlete is not the easiest. So, I mean, to the everyday student, it doesn't have to, go to a 5 o'clock practice or an after school practice. You have that time to, do your studies. Like, being a scholar athlete, you're waking up early, playing that sport, whatever it is, and then doing additional work, like such as school studies. So I support it because, it's basically another job. So you basically have 2 jobs, school and sports. So.
Okay, so you're going to go to school on a scholarship when you do eventually get to college. How are you going to motivate yourself to get to practice and playing games every week, knowing that you're sacrificing your career only for a scholarship?
Well, personally, I would drive myself because I don't want a negative future. So, I would use the idea of, progressing in your future and getting to a certain level. So, to, go to practice and stuff.
Okay, and then so the last question. If they started paying college athletes, do you think it should be used as a trust fund, or should they be able to use it right then when they get it?
I say a trust because, you never really know, because, our generation, people aren't necessarily making the best choices. So with money, that's serious.